Welcome to another demo of QBot. Today we will look at the file validation capability of QBot. So when we log into the QBot, it lands up in this dashboard. There are multiple menus on top of the tool, and the first menu is the project menu, which allows you to add project or have a look at all your current projects or all the projects that is created within the QBot, even displays even the projects created by other users. The next menu is the test group. Test group is nothing but collection of test cases. In this example, if you take file validation, we have multiple checks within file validation that are called test cases within a test group. And then you can add a test group, have a look at all your test groups. And the third one is the connection string, where you define your connection string for the source or the target databases. Next one is the execution plan. So execution plan allows you to run more than one test group together as a pack. So once it gets executed, the reports are generated at execution level, which gives detailed information about each and every test group within the execution plan. So let's create a test group, and then we will see how the tool does the file validation. So for this particular test case, I'm going to use a project that I've already created, and then go to test group, add test group, and in this I'm going to choose the demo project. So test file, then there are multiple test group types. So this one, in this particular example, we'll look at the file validation. Let's say file, and then we create an epic. So epic is used for Jira, creating Jira issues. So when there is a failure or of a test case, the tool automatically raises a Jira ticket. So we can create an epic name under which the Jira tickets will be created. So now, so the file that we have for testing is a comma delimited file, and then it has a header, and then it is identified by ID, and then number of headers is 1, and then so the next one is the user has to input the metadata of the file. So either he can manually enter it through the tool, or you can just use the template file. So the sample template file could be downloaded by clicking this button. So once you click it, it will download a Excel spreadsheet. You can fill up the data and then upload it. So in this particular example, there are 4 columns in this file, and then user ID is a non-nullable column, which is defined as a key, and then we don't expect duplicates for user ID column. And these are the data types. Click next, and then here you choose the test cases that you want to perform on this particular file validation. So null check checks if there are any null values on not null columns. Primary key check does duplicate check on the primary key. Length check basically checks the length of the column values as per the definition, and the data type check. Save, then you give save. So now we have created the test group. Next we will have to add this to our execution plan for us to execute. So let's create an execution plan. So So now when you click this projects, so you'll see whatever test cases or test groups you've created, it will get displayed here, and then you can add this to the execution plan. If you have multiple test groups, you can add them to a single execution plan, and then you can reorder the execution plan in whichever way you want, and then you save the execution plan. So now our execution plan is saved, and then there are three options. One is to execute the execution plan, to edit an execution plan, and you can delete an execution plan. Let's run this particular execution plan. So by clicking this, what we say is whenever there is an error, the tool automatically has to create a Jira issue in Jira. So now we go. So we have created a test group, and then we'll have to pass the file to the tool for it to test the file. So there are three options. Either you could upload a file, or provide a remote link, or provide an S3 location. So in this case, we're going to upload a file. So I have a sample file which I'm going to upload, and then hit execute. Okay. So the execution is completed now, and what you see is the report of the execution plan. So this particular bar tells you there was only one test group within this execution plan, and none of it got successfully completed. So when you say successfully completed, only when all the test cases within the test group passes, it is considered a successful completion. Even if there is one failure of a test case, we put it under this particular bucket. So we say that the test group what we had in the execution plan has failed, and the below bar tells you this particular test group had total 8 test cases, and 4 of it passed and 4 of it failed. And if you want to look at the details of the pass and failure, this is a graph, and then go to report details. If you see, there are 4 checks that have passed. It has passed the primary key distinct check, and the failures are null check. If you see, so at row number 7, the user ID column was null, and then it has automatically created a Jira ticket. Yes. Okay. So let's go into the next failure is the length check. So as per the definition, the length of the column is 11, but the value what we got was 14 characters in length, so it has failed. And there is a failure on data type check. So this particular column is an integer, but the value what we got from the file is string. So if you go to the report page, you will have reports for all the execution plans. This is the last execution plan. So this will take you to the same page that we saw before. It's the same thing. So that brings us to the end of this demo. Thanks a lot.